Hello, my name is Ken, and I just bought the Sony A57 camera off of Craigslist. That's right, the A57. Now, a lot of you realize that this is not the newest iteration of the Sony, but it's a pretty good iteration. In addition to being a 16.1 megapixel sensor, it does have some other nice features. It's got an articulating screen in the back. It's got an electric viewfinder. It is fully automatic or completely manual. It has a form factor similar to the Canon 60D or the T4i or the T5i, but it's pretty good at video and pretty good at stills. Canon, I think, has 18 megapixels at this point in those cameras. Sony has opted for the 16.1 at this point, but believe me, from a video standpoint and or a still standpoint, very comparable if not better. Now here's the best part. I was able to get this particular camera with 3 lenses. The kit lens, which I think is an 18 to 55 millimeter, 3.5 to 5.6 automatic focus. I was also able to get 2 other lenses. I was able to get, let's take a look here. Well, this is actually the 18 to 55. I've got the 35 millimeter on the camera, and the 35 millimeter I got was a 1.8, and then I've got a 50 millimeter 1.8. So pretty good for 380 bucks plus a remote control. I think I did pretty well. The nice thing about Sony is they're quite innovative. Their software, their hardware. They actually make some of the sensors for the Nikon products. Everybody knows the RX100 Mark III is a great camera. The new Alpha line, they've got a 5000, a 5100, and a 6000 for the NEX system. Great cameras. The 7R, 7S, great cameras. But I didn't have that kind of money, but I did have $380. So here I'm just going to basically talk about the autofocus. Works really well with the video. In addition, it is manual focus, it has focus peaking, it has zebra, it has basically anything and everything you could want. AV HCD, it's got MP4, you know, really, what more can you want? It's got a pop-up flash, it's got a hot shoe, it's easy to handle, it's got a nice grip on it. It's something that I would really appreciate shooting on a regular basis. Now, I've owned a lot of cameras in the past. I've owned pretty much everything. I even represented Canon for a year at Best Buy, for a few months at Best Buy for the holidays. They make a great product, don't get me wrong. But Sony right now, I think, is on the edge. They're really leading in some of their products. They've got the smallest full-frame sensor cameras. This one is an APS-C. Again, great camera. Low light capability, I'm still not sold on yet. But focusing, I love. And I really can buy into the Sony Alpha system. I really like the camera. I'm going to show you some videos and or some stills. I'm going to splice them in here as soon as I get my video software up and running. Also, I noticed that we're on release 1.04. So now let me tell you, never ever ever be nervous about buying a camera used off of Craigslist when you've got wonderful people that you talk to. Now, I was able to meet a guy that works for the state of Arizona. He works for the Department of Agriculture. Yes, there is agriculture in Arizona, despite the desert that's here. But really, nice guy. Emailed him Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. Was able to meet him the day after Christmas. Went to the park near where all the state government buildings are. It's a memorial for soldiers, and wow, what a great park, what a great place. Of course, kind of bright there to take photos, but hey, that's what low ISO is for. That's why you get a fast shutter speed. And with an electronic viewfinder, you don't have to worry about looking at the images on the back. I know today almost all the cameras and the phones that we use, you have to use basically the LCD screen. Well, you know what? An electronic viewfinder is the way to go. Now, I know Canon and some of the companies use optical viewfinders, but once you use an electronic viewfinder, you're going to kind of say, gee, optical, it's so 20th century, and this is the 21st century. And Sony is a leader in that regard. I really like it. I've never really used an electronic viewfinder before. I've always had the optical kind, or I've used the screen on the back. Despite the many cameras I've owned, and I'm a Craigslist junkie, an eBay junkie. I'll buy a camera, use it for a couple months and sell it. but this is the first time I really think that I'm satisfied with a camera in a line, and I really intend to add to my my Sony collection, especially if I can get some good deals. Now I'm here in Phoenix. Phoenix, of course, has a huge population. The camera section on Craigslist, plus different camera stores, plus Amazon, plus Best Buy. I mean, really, the sky's the limit as to how many cameras you can get locally. And with Amazon having a local warehouse here, sometimes you get things same day, next day, pretty quick shipping. They've been hiring like crazy here at Amazon. But again, Sony makes a great camera. The one thing that I do note on the camera itself is it just fits the hand so well. You know, they've come out with an A58, an Alpha 58 after this, which I guess the current model. Its frame rate, I guess you could do 6 frames per second. This particular camera does 10 in full resolution, 12 in I guess a reduced resolution, but it's cropped. So really this is a great sports camera. It's a great film camera. It's a camera that basically, if you can find used for $300-400 with some lenses, why wouldn't you buy it? Especially when you look at all the other products out there, or you know, the Alpha or the next NEX 5100 or the A5100 or the A6000. The 6000, of course, has got the electronic viewfinder. The A5100 has the flip-out screen for selfies. Now, there's some new movie modes, film modes on the 5100, but the 6000 is a great camera. I think it's got a little bit more frames per second, but really great cameras. And again, I don't know why you wouldn't consider buying into the Sony line of product, especially when you look at their top-of-the-line product. It's probably as good or better than anything that Nikon or Canon could even dream about making in the full frame side. So again, look for more videos from me. I'm just starting now. This is my first video. I will be putting in some more videos together, but I will add some pictures and some video. But anyway, thanks for watching, and please subscribe. Thank you and have an excellent day.